Hi. What? What?
Are you ready?
Paul, you always say this as though it takes me hours and hours to get ready. All I need to do is a spritz of Batiste, a spray of Elnet, some carefully applied highlights and contours, some mascara, some eyebrow pencil, some lip gloss, and a dab of chorus, and I'm good to go. So there.
Yeah, that's about an hour and a half.
No, that was 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
That was 10 minutes.
That was 10 minutes. You said at 10 I said, look, it's 10 o'clock. We need to do this. I need to get down the allotment. Go and get ready. And he said, I'll just be a few minutes. And I said 10:30 minimum. What time is it now? About 12:30.
It's not 12:30
What
at all.
are you doing to me?
It's 10:36. I was being kind and gentle and loving.
I'm not used to that at all.
Well, clearly the viewers can decide who looks the most polished.
Oh, I think you look the most polished.
Well, there you go. You need to aspire to me. So, good morning. I'm Rusty Cumber.
And I'm Marmalade de Laurier.
If you want to know more about how to work out your drag name, watch our live show from Friday. It's got an adult theme, slightly,
Does it?
due to some people
Oh, it does.
talking
Alan!
about what they do with vegetables.
Alan!
You don't need to name names, Paul. That's very rude.
Alan!
Alan, really? Honestly.
Take your hand away now.
Well, don't you like the contact?
No.
Oh, well.
No, it's
I'll have to call Mario then.
once a year's enough for me. Yeah.
Yeah, you're kidding me. This is what you've got to look forward to, kids. And I tell you what, I'm sure my breasts used to be on this stripe. Now they're on this stripe.
Oh dear. Yeah.
I'm sure they used to be like that.
Well, they could be like that if you wore a bra.
Or if I did some exercise.
Yeah. Are we going to get on?
Yeah, let's get on.
Yeah, let's get on. I need to get down the plot.
So, first of all, we'd like to say a big thank you. Thank you, bloody thank you to all our new subscribers who've joined us recently.
Yeah, there's been lots.
We've had an influx.
Yeah.
I think it was since we did the review of RuPaul's Drag Race UK. You've joined us. You've joined in with the Richard and Paul magic.
Richard and Paul.
Since 2017. That's contractual. And
I do like that.
We're
I
very-
do like that. I do like that.
You're just going to talk across me continually this morning.
Your feet are very cold.
Are they?
Yeah.
Cold feet, warm,
Certainly not a warm heart there.
cold.
Cold feet to go with his cold
Yeah, I
heart.
think people get the picture, Paul. You don't need to repeat everything
Oh,
four
I
times.
do. I like repeating things.
Yeah,
because
no,
then
I
it
know
makes
it.
me remember something else, and then I can go on about that for ages. So what's on the agenda today?
There's lots of things. It's been a quieter week. And a quieter weekend, hasn't it?
Oh, it's definitely been a quieter weekend.
Last weekend was crazy. We went to the Malvern show, went to the London Harvest Festival.
Yeah, so we went to the Greenwich-Kent border on the Saturday, which is like 2.5 hours.
I think we told them the story.
And then to Malvern.
Yeah. So we're grateful for a
On the Sunday.
quieter weekend, which is good. And
But it
yeah.
has been a bit of a busy week for me. I went down to...
Paul, just
Cranley,
hold on,
didn't I?
will you? Hold on, because we haven't finished the introduction
Oh, God.
yet. We did want to say to all you new subscribers a little tiny snippet about what our channel consists of. There are a variety of subjects that we cover, and we're just two ordinary old queens in their late 30s. I'm 39.
Yeah. 39, double it and take away a little.
Not really. We talk about our lives, everything to do with our lives. And we're a shining example of what happens when you reach your 50s and start looking at vegetables in a different way.
Yeah.
I used to think vegetables were just something pretty they put in the shop to make it look good. But now I realise that eating them is good for you and growing them is even better. Yes. I don't grow many.
No, you don't.
I grew a few. Show the viewers the radish I grew.
I did
Later.
show Richard something long and black and quite hot the other day.
Oh, God, it was hot. Oh.
And like all things, if you leave them for too long,
Gets woody.
they go a bit floppy.
Oh, floppy, not woody.
No.
Floppy and woody.
So this is a black radish.
You know what it looks like?
What?
Oh, I'm going to say, looks like an animal turd. You sure
Well,
that's
it
not
could
an
be,
animal turd?
it could be, but actually inside it is bright white, and it's really spicy
Really
and peppery.
spicy. Peppery
So-
and hot.
We have a few of those, not too many of those, because when Richard did sow them, he sowed them too thickly.
I grew that then.
You did grow that.
Oh my.
And can I carry on?
Well, you've gone into the gardening segment, so you may as
Yeah,
well carry
exactly. Yesterday I was at the allotment,
Whatever.
and allotment neighbours can be so fantastic. So we got 7 eggs from one allotment neighbour.
What is that, Paul?
We got quince. This is a quince.
It's a a quince. Yes.
We got 7 of these from another,
7 quince a quincing.
and then one of the absolutely lovely. They're all lovely, but one lovely plot neighbour felt sorry for the fact that we have no butternuts, and she gave us one of her butternuts.
It was a big one. Oh, it's such a big one. Oh, I love it.
Look at that! Isn't that impressive?
It looks like Barbara Popper.
Or Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah.
Jabba the Hutt.
No, I think Barbara Popper. It's
Barbara
cuter.
Popper. So that it is broken at the top, so we won't be storing this, but we will be cutting it up, cooking some, and putting the rest in the freezer.
Can the viewers see? Yes, they can.
Yeah.
Barbara Popper, for the younger viewers, was a family of blobs that could change shape. That's what they used to show us in the 70s when we were children.
Maybe I'm a Barbara Popper.
No, you
Just a
are.
blob that changes shape.
My little Barbara Popper.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, give it a rest. Yeah.
I will. I can give it a rest
Yeah.
very easily.
So we had a lovely day, or I had a lovely day at the allotment yesterday. I did go to show a potential plot holder a new plot that she could have, and as usual, something that is going to take about half an hour, because we met up with lots of other people, it took 2 hours. And I was desperate to get the tomato frame out, so I wanted to do that, but I also wanted a cup of tea, so I came home,
We
had
came
a cup
home.
of tea,
We had a cup of tea.
and then I went back and did the tomato frame on the top plot, because I need to get that bed ready for the garlic to go in. So look
It's
at that
windy.
wind, it's so windy.
Do you think this is Storm
Lorenzo?
Come.
I don't know, I
finally.
think it's another one. I think it's supposed to be...
Lorenzo, you're here.
Yeah, alright.
Mammy, tear down the curtains and make me a dress.
Next!
Oh, you went to For Earth's Sake. That's For Earth's Sake, the plastic-free shopping... That's For Earth's Sake, the plastic-free shopping experience in Cranley and Surrey.
Yeah. Had a really good day with Vanessa and Charlie at the For Earth's Sake shop. And Vanessa and I went and visited various other places around Cranley.
Went to see one of those digesters, didn't you?
I went to see
a digester.
DBE Energy. They have a anaerobic digester, which all of the food waste of For Earth's Sake goes to create natural gas, which gets fed into the gas main system for the UK grid. And it was really fascinating, and what was absolutely lovely was that the tanks that all the digestate sits in is covered in soil, and there's a fantastic wildflower meadow above it. So it looks absolutely lovely. Yes, there's sort of pipes and things.
Paraphernalia.
But I'm sure in the summer, when that was in full bloom, it would have looked amazing. And of course, those seeds will drop and hopefully look amazing next year. And then we also went to Cranley School, which is a really big school in Cranley, because we're looking at how For Earth's Sake CIC, that's the not-for-profit company behind the For Earth's Sake shop, can help other businesses and schools go plastic free or move towards plastic free and better sustainability. So yeah, it was a long day. I missed a bus from Cranley to Guildford, which then meant that I missed the train that I was going to get. So actually, coming back from Cranley took me 3.5 hours.
And dinner was waiting for you when you got in.
Dinner was waiting when I got in.
We had an omelette. I did a big omelette.
Oh yeah, I had a lovely omelette.
It was like a sort of bubble and squeak omelette. And for those of you who don't know what bubble and squeak is, it's basically fried up leftover vegetables.
Yeah, yeah.
Delicious.
So we had potatoes, 3 types of carrots.
Yes.
What else?
Some kale.
Kale. Yeah, and you put some peas in it, I think.
No, I didn't put peas in. And I fried it until potatoes.
Potatoes, I said potatoes.
I fried it until golden.
Generation game.
Then I poured some egg over the top and topped it with cheese and finished it off in the grill.
It was
divine.
delicious.
It was delicious.
Actually, I think that's one of the favourite ways of using up vegetables that we had left over from the day before.
Delightful. That's one of my favourite words this week. Delight. 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 It is. It's a favourite word. What's your favourite word this week, Paul?
Actually, my favourite word is linked to one of my favourite people, and it's actually Vivi's muff.
What?
Vivi's muff, because she's been having problems with her muff.
What? Oh, on her camera.
Yes, on her camera, but I think muff is such a wonderful word.
Muff is something you put your hands into normally to keep them warm. My other favourite word this week, Paul, is pleasure. 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 It's my pleasure. It can be said so many different ways. Pleasure. 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 It's good, isn't it? I like it. Delight, pleasure, and the other one I'm revelling in is... what is it? Oh, I wrote it down.
I like plunge.
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 A plunging neckline.
Yes.
Plunge into the pool.
I plunged my hand into loose onions yesterday.
Plunge pool. Plunge into cold water. Plunge.
Bung.
Plunge, 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 plunge.
Bung.
Bung, 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 bung.
We've gone into Fenella Fielding territory, I feel now.
Fenella. Oh, I love Fenella.
Do love Fenella Fielding. Absolutely fantastic.
My final favourite word of the week is moist. As usual, I always love moist. Moist. Anyway, what's your favourite word of the week? Tell us in the comments below. Keep it clean though.
Are they only allowed one?
You can have as many as you want. There's no limit on favourite words of the week.
Well, you said what's your favourite word of the week, which
one would
implies
be good.
That
One would be good. because then we don't have to trawl through all of the comments. Because we do get back to everybody.
Yes,
Usually.
you do.
Usually.
You do. I need to get on top of it more.
You might get a like or a heart, but we do like to say thank you because we're polite. We're polite. When it gets to 27 million subscribers, I'm not sure we'd be able to do that.
Oh, I think we would.
Because we do have 14.2 million subscribers in
New Zealand alone.
alone.
Next!
Oh. Paul, you wanted to mention... Oh, no. First of all, before we go any further, I'd just like to say thank you to our recent drag queen followers, subscribers. We've got some drag queens following us now. We're so excited. We love drag. And the one thing that we thought was missing from the Malvern show, and if you're listening, RHS, we
Malvern.
think there should be some kind of drag queen floral event. Don't you think that would be a good idea? Big runway, drag queens wearing dresses made from plants,
Chrysanthemums,
and flowers, and dahlias.
dahlias.
Can you imagine?
That would be amazing.
How spectacular that would be. I mean, what I'd like to do, Paul, actually, is do a runway at the allotment.
Oh, we could do, yeah. Between Sarah and Else's plot and our plot, because that's quite a...
Do a runway and invite some drag queens to do a photo shoot.
Yeah.
Wearing vegetables and leaves and flowers.
And avoiding the quince tree.
Well, you don't want a quince and a drag queen in the same place,
No,
really.
they might compete. Yeah.
So I wanted to say that, because I thought that was rather a good idea. Let's bring the gardening community, the gay gardening community, and drag queens into the same place.
Well, just the gardening community.
Just a drag queen with a spade digging would look fabulous.
Oh, are you going to do that? Because there's quite a lot of digging that needs to go on the new plot.
You know, Paul, be careful what you wish for.
He'll be out there in his fishnets and high heels, won't you? Yeah.
Well, the high heels would be good because it would aerate the
It
ground.
would aerate the ground. What else could you do? You could use high heels to make holes for parsnips that you could then fill with loose compost and then sow the parsnip seed into. So that will give the parsnip a run to go down to elongate it. I think Robotic Allotment Gardener does something like that, though I don't think he uses high heels. I think he uses a spike. But you could do that.
Yes.
Lots and lots of uses. Isn't that amazing?
Paul, you wanted to talk about garlic.
Yeah,
Garlic.
I've...
Lovely garlic.
Oh, you're going on today. What have you taken?
What are you talking about? Taken? I haven't taken anything apart from caffeine.
Yeah, lots of caffeine, I think,
That's
this morning.
it.
I am going to be planting our messidrome garlic soon. And as...
What garlic?
Messidrome. Just drink your tea and shut up. I'm planting the messidrome garlic. We've not grown it before. I received it from Sutton's, and if you have read our blog, or my blog, A Guernsey Gardener in London, you will see that the messidrome garlic that we got from Sutton's is absolutely fantastic. It's got really big cloves, the bulbs are really big as well. I was incredibly impressed, especially considering that the blurb said lots of smaller bulbs. But actually lots of smaller cloves on the bulb, but actually it was loads of cloves. So if you are not reading the blog A Guernsey Gardener in London, then do get over to richardandpaul.com/blog. There's 3 up there now. One talking about why our growing year starts on the 1st of October. One talking about butternuts, and maybe I need to add a photo of this as a comment as well. And then the third one, which went up last night, is about the messidrome garlic and our onions and what we're doing this year. So do get over to that. You can subscribe and get an email which will let you know each time something is...
I'm just sitting up.
Oh, I just thought you were trying to draw attention. You will get, if you subscribe on the blog, you will get an email each time a new blog post goes up. So do please follow that, because I do like writing that. Yeah.
And I enjoyed reading it as well.
Yeah, and commenting on the mistakes, because in one section I have an open bracket that's a curved bracket, and I closed it with a square bracket.
Which is incorrect.
So if you go there now, you will find that there are square brackets on both ends, on the opening and on the closing, because it's been updated.
Good.
Did you think anything else about the content, or did you just notice that the brackets were incorrect?
I noticed that you were talking about garlic.
So no.
And different types of garlic, where you bought the different types of garlic from. You talked about the onions and the white rot and the poor harvest. So, I did read it.
Yeah, that was like the first and second paragraphs. What did the last paragraph talk about? He didn't read it.
Anyway.
Next. Oh, the chimes.
The chimes.
Can you hear the chimes?
The chimes. Means it's a windy day.
It's a windy day, yes.
The chimes are indoors, so it must be really windy.
We got wind blowing in the window upstairs, and the chimes are going...
The wind is whistling through the house.
Can't say any more than that, or else we'll have to pay copyright.
So, this is funny. I saw this. You might have seen this. I saw it. Did you see it?
I
No.
don't know what you're talking about.
Le Creuset, very famous cookery range. This is not a paid promotion.
Cookware range.
Cookware range. They're doing a Star Wars cookware range.
Really? Why?
I don't know. Well, I suppose there are lots of people, who were Star Wars fans who are kind of our age and are into cooking.
It must be quite limited.
I don't know. It's got, I think there's an R2-D2 and a C3PO.
Have they got a big Jabba the Hutt casserole?
I don't know. You'll have to go and look. This is not a paid promotion. I just thought I'd mention it because
No.
it was rather fun. We're not going to buy one though.
It's not a paid promotion, though I do need to go back to
I'm
Le
a bit hot
Creuset.
now.
Well, take things off. Richard bought me a Le Creuset saucepan set about 10 years ago.
I did.
And I'm going to go back to Le Creuset. It has got a lifetime guarantee, supposedly.
I hope so.
Because what I've noticed is that the if you do the saucepans are two sort of bits of metal, the same shape, that are sandwiched together, and the bit in between, the sort of cement that joins those together, has started corroding around the top, and the top has become razor sharp because of that.
Yes.
So I am going to be going back to Le Creuset about that, because it's a bit dangerous using those now. I've cut myself a couple of times.
Dear.
So, well, it says a lifetime guarantee. It should last a lifetime, in my opinion.
So, what else is on the agenda for today, Paul? What are you going to be doing? Tell the viewers.
I'm going to be back at the plot. I'm taking out bean canes and the rest of the tomato frames. I have to say, taking those frames down is virtually as hard as putting them up.
Is that because I helped you put them up and maybe tied things really well?
No, I don't think so. No. I think it's that above head height thing that for me is
That's
my
why
arms.
I was there and helped you tie them.
So they're coming
Was that your
out.
tummy?
That was my tummy,
Oh.
yeah. My tummy just rumbled.
Are you ready for more food?
No, I'm not. I'm ready for less food.
Do you want
I'm ready
another
for less
feed
food.
yet? Are you ready for
Don't.
another feed?
Don't. Go away. Go away!
God, you're really, really today, aren't you?
Yeah,
Prickly.
I am.
Prickly.
Yeah.
Ooh, calm down, sugar.
So, yeah, I'm going to be doing that down the plot, and we need to get down the plot and start doing some measuring again of the new plot, because we need to start moving things onto that plot. However, the person that has the plot that we're moving on to, we were hoping that he was going to clear everything by the end of September, because our tenancies start on the 1st of October. But unfortunately, he's had a number of issues in the family and hasn't been able to do that. But we're hoping that he will be able to remove everything from the plot this week, so that we can really get started on planning that out.
Yeah, it's delayed again, isn't it?
Yeah. But if I can get
I
the
predicted that.
bean frames and the tomato... Oh, I don't think I'm going to get the Gigantes frame done today. Oh, I found another squash yesterday. I found another squash in the Gigantes, which I didn't know was there. It had fallen off, and it's not fully ripe. Now, I do need to go to the community gardens and check on the cheeky prints at the community gardens. I have hopes for the one at the community gardens. So
Great.
that's what I'm doing.
I'm making a lasagna.
You are, yes.
Or lasagna.
No, lasagna.
Some people call it. And I'm going to be making
Why
it
do you call it lasagna?
lasagna.
That's wrong.
Lasagna. Lasagna.
Lasagna.
Lasagna. Lasagne.
No.
Lasagna. Anyway, I'm making one. Lasagna al forno. Although, how is it any other way? Do people just cook lasagna sheets in boiling water sometimes and eat them with... Do they? Do they do that?
Well, no, you can have various different varieties. I mean, our
well, no, but lasagna al forno means lasagna in the oven, doesn't it? Forno, furnace.
Yeah, baked.
Baked lasagna.
Yeah.
So do people do lasagna in some other way?
Well, God, I went to a really high-end... I went to a high-end restaurant once. Well, several times actually, but once I went, I had deconstructed lasagna al forno.
How can it be deconstructed unless it's been put in the oven?
Oh, it was absolutely revolting.
Okay, anyway, so I'm making lasagna al forno. I'm doing a roasted tomato version. I'm probably using soya mince as the protein element.
Are we going to put any nuts in it?
I'm going to make a gorgeous, gorgeous sauce packed full of vegetables and beautiful things, and a white sauce as well, flavoured with cheese.
So a cheese sauce.
I'm going to make a beautiful lasagna for dinner.
I think we should put some pumpkin seeds in it.
And only if they're ground up.
Yeah, I'll ground them up. I'll grind them up.
What do you mean you grind them up? You're not making it.
Well, I'll grind
You're
them up
helping
for
me.
you.
Are you going to help me make it?
No.
Oh.
I'll grind up the sunflower seed. Not
So
sunflower,
that's what I'm
pumpkins.
doing, because that'll take, well, it's an hour or so on your feet.
Yeah, it takes me about half an hour.
No, it doesn't, Paul. Not for a proper quality lasagna. Like mine.
You do make really good lasagna.
I do a good lasagna, I do a good moussaka, and the secret in any of these dishes is to ensure that you bake them for long enough. That's the thing. They really have to be baked in. And what I tend to do is put a sheet of foil over it for the first 3/4 of an hour so it doesn't burn, but bakes properly.
Well, there's an amazing tip there that nobody would have ever thought of
Well,
before.
lots of younger people might not have thought of that tip, Paul.
Moussaka. Now, moussaka's an interesting one because it's sort of like lasagna, but instead of using pasta sheets, you use...
Aubergines.
Aubergine.
Don't try to do it sexily, Paul. It doesn't work.
I just said it. I didn't do it sexily. I can't do sexily, no.
Aubergine.
But you like getting yours in the oven first, don't you?
What do you mean? No,
Your aubergine.
go and have a look at our moussaka recipe here, especially for autumn time. We're going now. That's it.
Is that it?
That's it.
I'm sure there's plenty of other things to discuss.
I'm sure there's plenty of things you could waffle on for hours, Paul.
Oh, we are going to be doing a review of episode 2 of season 1
yes.
of RuPaul's Drag Race UK
Stretch it out,
on
why don't
Thursday.
you? Yeah, so look forward to that. We'll see you all then. So it's goodbye from us, Richard and
Paul.
Paul. This is Richard and Paul.
And this was Sunday Chat.
And if you don't already, you can follow us on Facebook and our Facebook group, Planet Vegetaria. That's Planet Vegetaria, a Facebook group by Richard and Paul. Richard and Paul since 2017. That's contractual. I've got it in twice, all right? Thank you very much. Thank
What
you
are
for
you
watching.
doing, apart from lasagna, what are you doing today? 'Cause
Chores.
You can do that. Oh, no.
Chores. There are things to be done. We're not wealthy enough to have a maid. So thank you, bloody thank you,
Or a houseman.
or a houseboy.
No need to be sexist.
Well, a maid can be a man. Just as a nurse can be a man. Just as a nanny can be a
Yeah,
man.
I suppose it can, yeah.
Really?
That's me being sexist.
It's only a
though.
word, Paul.
Yeah, it's only a word.
Honestly. Thank you, bloody thank you. And we'll see you all very, very soon for more fun and frolics on this lovely channel of ours. Thank you. Goodbye. Say goodbye, Paul.
Bye.
Be nice.
I'm always nice.
Really? Could have fooled me. I'll be the judge of that.
Bye.
Bye for now. Thank you.